You got lobbyists in Washington giving millions of dollars to political candidates. We got these entrenched, powerful interests basically controlling what happens. Here's what's happened. To put this in a nutshell, well, what's happened is wealth and income has become concentrated in a few. The wealthiest Americans and the biggest corporations. And the many, most of America, is being left behind as a result. This is not democracy. This is not the way the democracy is supposed to work. We have to stand up and say this is wrong, that we're going to change it, that we're not going to let these lobbyists continue to have the influence that they have today, that we're not going to let these entrenched interests continue to run America. And you want to know where they're at? They are in everything. Everything. Literally. Why don't we have universal health care? Because of drug companies, insurance companies, and their lobbyists. America knows we need universal health care. Why don't we have a mess of a prescription drug law under Medicare? Because the drug company lobbyists wrote the thing. That's why. Literally they wrote it. So drug companies can charge whatever they want to seniors for prescription drugs. All these stories you hear about your family members and your neighbors and your friends having to decide whether to pay for their medicine and pay for their food, that's why it happened. Because that thing was written by drug company lobbyists. It infects everything. Blackwater. Hundreds of millions of dollars of private contracts in Iraq. It giving hundreds of thousands of dollars to Bush and Cheney and the Republican Party. This stuff is in everything. We have to. Now we can clean it up. We can do something about this. But we can't pretend it's not true. And the only thing I would say to everybody who can hear my voice now is, if you're willing, and I want to be really clear about this, I am guilty, like a lot of us, to turning my head and saying, that's just the way the system is, there's nothing we can do about it. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. And I do not mean to sound holier than thou. I don't. I'm actually proud of the fact that I've never taken any money from a Washington lobbyist or a PAC. I never have the whole time I've been in public life, and I'm proud of that. But this is not about me. This is about making this thing work, this democracy work for the many, for the country, for our children. And if you want to say, there's nothing we can do about this, it's just the way it is, we got to live with it, then I hope you're willing to look your children in the eye and say, we're going to leave this mess for you. We're going to let you deal with this. We're going to let you and your children deal with this. I don't think we're willing to do that. I don't. I think America's better than that. I know the American people are better than that. The American people are better than this mess we see in Washington right now.